CMC Communications Broadcasting, in proud association with CMCBroadcasting.com, is proud to bring you the regional quarterfinals, the area finals between the Pearland Lady Oilers and the Deer Park Lady Deer. This is a storied rivalry that exists as long as the Pearland Lady Oilers have made a state run, which is every year since Coach Lene Clark has been the head softball coach at Pearland High School, and that's been since 2009. The Lady Oilers went to state in 2009, won the state championship, and they've returned 4 times since and have won the state championship twice since, 3 times in the last 8 years total. I'm Charles McCullough, along with Mark Desko on statistics tonight, and we're real proud to be here to bring you all of this action on CMC Communications Broadcasting. The Pearland Lady Oilers and the Deer Park Lady Deer are both ranked in the top 5 in the state of Texas. The Lady Oilers have a 25-win, 5-loss record and 1 tie overall. And in 23-6A, they are the district champions with 15 wins and 1 loss. The Deer Park Lady Deer have 33 wins total and 2 losses overall. And they played a slightly less intense district schedule of only 12 games, but they didn't have a single loss. 12-0 in District 21, 6A. We will be bringing you this action in just a moment at 7 p.m. with the banner up. We're going to detail all of the starting lineups for you and more right after we thank our sponsors who make our broadcasts happen. I want to tell you that Randy's Marine is a proud underwriter of Pearland Lady Oilers softball. Randy's Marine, which is now located in San Leon Dickinson on 146 near Pine Drive, has the new Barracuda brand of yachting vessels. In fact, we're the only provider for those in all the Houston area. I want to take this opportunity to thank the Vibration guys, Jack Stout and all the staff, located in Pearland at 877-373-9912. We come out to your industry and petrochemical firm and make sure that all the tubing and piping and machinery are all functioning and operating correctly. 877-373-9912. We also thank Strickland Chevrolet from 281-997-5100. Proud to salute all of our youth on a job most very well done. At 9917-518 in Pearland. Strickland Chevrolet. Strictly speaking, we've been there for Pearland youth since 1955. And we thank Judge Kerry Neves in District Court number 10 in Galveston County. Proud to salute our area youth for inspiring Judge Neves and all of his staff at the 10th District Court, which provides judiciary expertise for the entire area in Southeast Texas, to always remember that families come first, just like our young kids. It's Utility Trailers at utilitytrailers.com, where we provide the finest in truck services and trailer capability for the nation's largest containers nationwide, with 5 locations all over Southeast Texas, and even one ranging as far away as Phar, P-H-A-R-R, Texas. Utility Trailers online at utilitytrailers.com. And Bay Area Kitchens, where Randy Goodon, all the staff offer Florian and Woodmode brand custom kitchen cabinetry. It's Bay Area Kitchens, phone 281-338-2737. At coin flip just before this game, the Pearland Lady Oilers were determined to be the home team tonight. On the mound for the Pearland Lady Oilers will be the buzzsaw, Alyssa Denham. She has a 16-win and 1-loss record in all of the district season and pre-district. And we now bring you the national anthem here on the CMC Communications Broadcast Network. Umps declared play ball. By the way, we've got some excellent sports officials from the Texas Association of Sports Officials who will call the action on the game tonight. And they include home plate umpire Jay Farrell. And he's a good one. We saw him last in action just one series ago for the Pearland Lady Oilers against the Clear Springs Lady Chargers. Holding down the fort at the hot corner will be Texas Association of Sports official, umpire extraordinaire Stephen Creed. And over at first base, Tony Torres. They are some of the very finest. Charles McCulley along with one of the very finest indeed, Mark Deska, and he'll be providing us stats from the desk of Mark Deska as we move along. Alyssa Denham will hurl for the Pearland Lady Oilers. We mentioned that she's the buzzsaw, averaging 13 strikeouts per game over at first base for the Pearland Lady Oilers, who are the home team in game one of what will be a best-of-3 series. All of our games here are at Dawson High School. Sydney Gutierrez, number 10, holds down the fort over at first. Out at second will be Jana Roberts. She will not be in the batting lineup. She'll be substitute batted for by Kaylee Hoppins, the designated player. Jana Roberts, the flex player, will be the second base lady. Shortstop will be number 7, Ashlyn Walls. Over at third base for the Pearland Lady Oilers, we have Natalie Romeo. The Garden Pickers out in the outfield are some very good ones indeed. Kaylee Buck holds down the fort in left field. And center field, we've got the youngest, fastest prep softball player in the state of Texas. That's going to be Lindsay Stewart with 4.5 40-yard dash speed. Incredible. She was timed at the rig. Incredible over in Pearland. Out in right field will be Maddie Clements, number 4, the young lady who single-handedly turned the entire series for Pearland last week against the Clear Springs Lady Chargers with an unassisted F9-3 right fielder's double play that took a loaded base paths threat for scoring from the Clear Springs Lady Chargers. The Pearland Lady Oilers turned around at that juncture, never looked back, won game 1 4-0 last week, and then game 2 13-2, and swept the Clear Springs Lady Chargers. We're set to get underway now with the Deer Park Lady Deer. Batting first will be right fielder number 7, Malia Olvera. She's going to be a right-handed batter. The Deer Park Lady Deer will be dressed in gold jerseys with maroon numbers, lettering, and trim, and the shoulder trim across the trapezius, across the back, maroon pantaloons, and gold stockings. Pearland Lady Oilers, maroon and white, but with a maroon Astros rainbow effect with different shades of maroon around the abdomen. And we're set to get underway. As the Lady O's, the first pitch is going to be coming in, and that's going to be a called strike 1. Behind the plate we've mentioned is Mr. Jay Farrell. He takes his time ringing up those ring-a-dings. 0-1 the count. Coach Kerry Austin for the Deer Park Lady Deer over in the third base box. And the state's best in this observer's estimate, Miss Alyssa Denham on the mound with a whirligig windup connected on. Over to second, 4-3. Roberts to Gutierrez, and out number 1 as Malia Olvera is down on the opening pitch with a 4-3 retirement. That's going to bring Taylor McHenry to the plate, the center fielder wearing number 25, slap hitter. She will bat up from the left side box, and the Deer Park Lady Deer 33-2 overall, 12-0 out of district 21-6A. Alyssa Denham just taking her time. It's like a Coleman camping stove. Takes her time to get warmed up. Oh, glory in the state of Texas battle flag in right field, gusting a little bit indiscriminately. Here's the rock and pitch. Riser goes up into the attic for ball 1. 1-0 the count. We've got one away, just underway. 3 pitches have been thrown so far in this first of a best-of-3 area final, regional quarterfinals, in Conference 6A Texas State Prep Softball. And we have 1 out, no score. Here's the pitch, connected on, pasted back foul. It'll be strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. On deck for the Deer Park Lady Deer will be Aaron Edmondson, the left fielder, wearing number 11. And down in the hole, cleanup batter, the pitcher, Peyton McBride, wearing number 26. Singleton's on the board, one away, and a 1-ball, 1-strike count. The buzzsaw, Alyssa Denham, deals from the deck. That's connected on pasted back foul for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the Deer Park Lady Deer and the Pearland Lady Oilers, they have traded trips to state, usually around this round, going on to mow the rest of their opponents down in the semifinals, finals, and then state appearance. Here's the rock and pitch upstairs for a ball. Most consider this match, this time, this week, just about a dead draw. Peyton McBride for the Deer Park Lady Deer, one of the very best hurlers in the state. I will tell you, covering Lady Oilers softball as I do and have through the last many years, rock and pitch coming in, connected on, ground ball chopper over to third, Natalie Romeo over to first. They've got her, and that's 2 up and 2 down, 5-3, and Romeo handled that one. I'll tell you what, looked almost like Brooks Robinson over there from back in the old Baltimore Oriole days in the 60s. That's why they call that the hot corner. She caught a bouncing bug killer and gunned down Miss McHenry at first. That'll bring Aaron Edmondson to the plate, left fielder wearing number 11. Another slap hitter in the 3 spot, standing up high in the box. A bad position to face a fastball hurler like Alyssa Denham, because the heat looks hotter when you're that close to the mound. Here's the pitch, and that one will go outside for ball 1, although it was hot as a pistol coming in. Standing back deep in the box allows fastballs to slow down just incrementally, microscopically, but enough to possibly take a swing at them. But a junk pitch looks a little bit more like a really strong curve at that juncture. Next offering will be upstairs for a ball. So we got 2 balls and no strikes to Aaron Edmondson, and then Peyton McBride will bat up. Anyway, from yours truly's perspective, the Pearland Lady Oilers have 2, not just 1, but 2 outstanding hurlers, and that's a really good foundation to move to the next round, or really to book a potential ticket to state. You have to win each round. But I like the Oilers' chances this year more than in other years, and believe me, you got to like them every year. Here's the full windup, swung on and missed. That's going to be strike 2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Denham again averages 13 strikeouts a game, and she received or obtained 12 strikeouts facing the Clear Springs Lady Chargers in Game 1 best of 3 last week. Here's the full windup. That's going to be a called strike 3. 3 up, 3 down, 4-3, 5-3, and a strikeout. Mark Deska will be gone half done for the Lady O's.
Yeah, it was a very efficient, quick first half inning there for Denham. Kept the batters off balance. McHenry got a little bit of contact, but just too much to catch up to off the arm of Denham there.
Okay, the Lady Oilers now will bat up in the bottom of this first inning of play as the home team, winning the opportunity to be the home team in Game 1 of a best of. That's always a very important time to be the home team, is in the first game when you are at a neutral site. Our thanks once again to Coach Ben Pardo, Athletic Director of all of Pearland ISD, and needless to add, Coach Caitlin Griffin, the Dawson girls softball coach, for making us feel right at home. Charles McCullough here with you, along with Mark Deska, CMCBroadcasting.com. On the mound for the Deer Park Lady Deer, Peyton McBride. Over at first base, we have Alyssa Hernandez, number 21. Out at the Keystone, it's Avery Borchet, the second base girl, wearing number 23. Her Keystone battery mate, shortstop, will be Amaya Montano, wearing number 5. And over at third, it's KK Morado, wearing number 18. Behind the plate is catcher, flex player Erica Garcia. And out in the garden patch in right field, we have Malia Olvera wearing number 4 in dead red center. For the Deer Park Lady Tier, we've got Taylor McHenry, and then over in left field, Aaron Edmondson. They actually bat up 1, 2, 3 in the batting order, right, center, and left. So we've just now seen all 3 of those young ladies bat up. It's 3 up, 3 down, top of the first inning of play. We move now to the bottom of the first, and batting first for the Pearland Lady Oilers will be left fielder wearing number 9, Kaylee Buck, a fine slap hitter in her own right, Mark.
Yeah, she definitely had a great series against Clear Springs, and looking to get things started here tonight against Deer Park.
Coach Attaway Lene Clark over in the third base box. Out on the mound is Peyton McBride, and she is a good one. Many consider her to be a power pitcher along the lines of Adriana Chavarria. Again, I will stress, the thing that I particularly like about the Pearland Lady O's this year is not just one outstanding pitcher, but 2. That's a good deal. First pitch comes in, will be a called strike 1. Tell you one thing, McBride's got some speed. Wow, that was a whip scorpion stinger that came in for a called strike 1 to Kaylee Buck. Buck holding that bat like a battle axe. Next pitch, swung on. That's going to be missed for strike 2. 0-2 is the count. If things go like the first 2 pitchers we've seen just far from McBride, this could be a real pitcher's duel all evening long between Denham and McBride. Full wind-up stretch and pitch, swung on and missed, is going to be strike 3. So Buck goes down swinging on 3 straight pitches, and that'll bring 2 slot batter Natalie Romeo to the plate. It'll be Romeo, followed in the 3 spot by Ashlyn Walls, and if she can arrive at the plate, cleanup batter home run, Sydney Gutierrez, the first base girl wearing number 10. Deer Park, district champs out of 21-6A. First pitch coming upstairs for a ball. Both Alyssa Denham for Pearland and Peyton McBride hurling right now for the Deer Park Lady Deer are solid from the mound, both averaging 10 to 13 strikeouts a game. Alyssa is a right-handed hurler. Peyton McBride is a southpaw. Eyeing the signals. Here's the pitch. Connected on, and Romeo will pace that one foul over toward the Pearland visiting box over on the third base side, or actually the home box. Pearland playing at Glenda Dawson High School softball field tonight in Pearland, Texas. Home team tonight, but this is the Dawson Lady Eagle home yard, and a beautiful one indeed. All right, McBride deals from the deck, connected on its end of the infield, scooped up McBride, throw to first in time, 1-3, and that'll retire Romeo, but at least she got a piece of that ball and bounced it into the infield.
Yeah, just a little check swing dribbler right there, went right to McBride, who turned and made the good play over to first base.
They got Ashlyn Wall stepping up now. McBride's got a really, really good fastball, and that seems to be her trademark. Throwing from the left side. All right, at the plate, Ashlyn Walls connected on, base knock, drops into right field, and Ashlyn will reach for the Pearland Lady Oilers with the first hit of the ball game and the first base runner of the game. And she pulled it to the same field and dropped a little Texas leaguer into short right.
Yeah, just a little excuse me swing there, kind of guided it out to dribble her out in right field with a barrel of the bat on that one.
Brings Sydney Gutierrez to the plate. We call her home run Sydney because she's gone yard every series so far for the Pearland Lady Oilers at least once. And sometimes for a good fastball hitter like Sydney Gutierrez, a good fastball pitcher like McBride provides all the gasoline a good hitter needs to paste one like she just did out of the building, except it went foul over the left side, and it'll be strike 1. 0-1 the count to Sydney Gutierrez. We've got 2 away, and by the way, Pearland likes to score when there are 2 outs on the tote board. We call it the 2-out tango. Oh, and 1 full wind-up. That'll sink a little bit south of Saskatoon. That's going to be ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. We go 200 feet down the sidelines here and 225 feet in dead red center. This ain't no bandbox. You have got to juke one to jive it out of here. Not only that, in dead red center, we have a 12-foot monster. It's really tall and really hard to hit a home run out of here, but Sidney Gutierrez may be up to the task. Here's the 2-1 connected on. That'll be bounced foul over the right side. I always like it when they're facing a tough pitcher for the first time with a good reputation coming in, if they keep making contact with the ball.
Yeah, you just want to stay alive in that first at-bat, get your eye on the ball, and see what she's got dealing with tonight.
All right. Peyton McBride stepping back in the box. Next pitch swung on and missed is going to be strike 3. That'll retire the Pearland Lady Oilers, but not before they collect one hit. One young lady left on board, but no runs. We've gone through one complete inning of play, and the Pearland Lady Oilers and the Deer Park Lady Deer have just now rolled up their sleeves. We'll go to the top of the second inning of play with no score. Charles McCullough here, the CMC Communications Broadcast Network, as we thank Classic Chevrolet in Sugar Land. Come on down 59 South to Highway 90, and Mark Collin wants to sell you a car. We've got all of the 2016 and 17 models. Yes, it's only May, but we've got the 2017 models that are already available for you at Classic Chevrolet Sugar Land, Houston's lowest APR and our biggest Chevy dealership in both of our big metroplexes in Texas. In Dallas, we have a Classic Chevrolet. Classic Chevrolet Sugar Land, serving the Houston area in Sugar Land. Come on down to Classic Chevrolet. Bio Realtors, phone 281-337-4557 is a proud sponsor, as is Sutherland's Lumber and Home Improvement Center. Don't miss our wonderful Memorial Day holiday sale coming up at the end of this month. It's Sutherland's and all the southern lands. There's nothing like Sutherland's Lumber and Home Improvement Center. All right, we're getting underway with the top of the second inning of play. The Deer Park Lady Deer will bat up the 4, 5, and 6 holes, 1, 2, 3 spots this frame. Pitcher Peyton McBride. She bats in the 4 spot, and she will lead off the top of this second inning of play. Ashley Wade, the designated player, will bat wearing number 9, and then it will be Alyssa Hernandez, the first base girl, wearing number 21. Peyton McBride bats left and throws left, and she's at the plate right now with a powerful batting stance facing Alyssa Denham, the buzzsaw for the Lady O's. Here's the first pitch. Oh, that's going to be just a little bit down and low for Bull.
Yeah, McBride standing in there pretty strong. Pitcher versus pitcher could be pretty eventful for both sides tonight.
Both are great hitters, too, and they both know what a good pitch looks like, and they both can expect the best and due from each other. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be a little bit outside for ball 2. It looks like Alyssa's initially trying to feel out Peyton, Ashley Wade on deck, to see what Peyton will fish for. Alyssa getting back on the pitching rubber. 2-0 the count, and the windmill windup is going to sink south for ball 3, and the first crippled count of the game. 3-0 is the count. One thing about Alyssa, she distinguishes herself every game by starting slow, cold almost, but she heats up like a Coleman stove through the game. That's going to be ball 4. That's a 4-pitch walk. Thrown to Peyton McBride. She'll doubtlessly get a courtesy runner, and that'll be our first base runner of the game for the Deer Park Lady Deer.
Yeah, just a little bit timid there in that at-bat, it looked like, from Alyssa Denham. Just kind of not one to force anything. It's still the second inning. You don't want to get yourself in trouble.
Yes, sir. Ashley Wade will bat up now, designated player wearing number 9. And down in the hole will be Alyssa Hernandez, first base girl, wearing number 21, on deck. And then down in the hole will be Amaya Montano, shortstop, wearing number 5. Full windup, pivot, bunt stance. It's going to drop in the infield, and we might have a play at second. We do. And by the way, that was a heads-up play for Alyssa Denham, a fielder's choice, but it'll be credited as a base knock for Ashley Wade, a can of corn that just dropped dead as a corpse right in between the pitcher's mound, second and first. Alyssa had to play cool-headedly, threw it over to Ashlyn Walls at shortstop. 1-6 to retire Peyton McBride. So that unearned base runner is now off of the base paths. And over at first with a bingle is Ashley Wade, and then one away. At the plate is Alisa Hernandez for Deer Park. Here's the full windup. That's going to be a called strike one.
Yeah, on that last bunt, had the charging first baseman, but was able to drop the bunt just over her into no man's land with the second baseman covering second base, and Denham making the good play to get to the ball and turn it for the out at second.
Hernandez awaits the next offering from Alyssa. That's going to be up into the attic. Aileen Garcia up like a Siberian tiger, ready to pounce and junk it down to Gutierrez. See if they can nail Wade with a bad lean, but she gets back to first just in time. Alyssa Denham looking around. She'll approach the pitching rub. One thing about Alyssa, she's just cool under pressure as an iceberg, too. Next offering upstairs will be a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Welcome to the top of the second inning of play in Game 1 best of 3 of the area finals, regional quarterfinals in Conference 6A Texas High School softball. No score. Here's the 2-1 to the plate. Into the attic comes ball 3. It's Pearland versus Deer Park.
Yeah, just a little high and outside on that one. Batter able to lay off of it for ball 3.
3-1 with 1 away. And Alyssa Denham, 6 feet 2 inches tall, and that's just not something printed on the program gratuitously. Pitch coming in, connected on. They'll go 1-6 and 2-3. Not quite in time, but the 1-6-3 double play almost worked. They get out number 2, force out at second. That's good. So Ashley Wade is taken off the base paths, and Alisa Hernandez will reach with a fielder's choice. We now bring Amaya Montano to the plate, the shortstop wearing number 5, batting up from the right side. Facing Alyssa Denham. We have no score. Top of the second inning of play. Deer Park is the visiting team in tonight's contest. Alyssa deals from the deck up into the attic. Will come ball 1.
Yeah, just a little high on that one. Denham able to make the play 2 straight hits in a row. Had 3 runners reach, but nothing more than basically a single.
Denham, and both of those runners, the base on balls and the walk, all taken off the base pass. That's going to be a 1-hop tap backer back to the mound. An easy 1-3 underhand off. Takes Amaya Montano off of the base pass. And the Deer Park Lady Deer score no runs on 1 hit, and 1 young lady is left on board. And we move now to the bottom of the Pearland second inning of play in this Game 1 best of 3 with no score. Perspectives early on from the desk of Mark Desker.
Well, it's still very early. Both pitchers kind of feeling their way through first couple innings here, but both look to be in a zone here, and we could be in for a battle.
I agree, my friend. As back out on the mound is going to be Peyton McBride to begin her second inning of work. And we thank our sponsors, who include Christian Brothers Automotive in Friendswood, where you are treated as a Christian and as a gentleman. Or we are Christian gentlemen. That's how we treat you, our customer. Phone 281-993-2273. Seabar Contractors over in Santa Fe is a proud sponsor. We specialize in commercial building construction, and we're also specialists in building shopping malls all over southeast Texas. New Life Lutheran Church and my friend Pastor Brian Giggy, a proud sponsor on Orange Street over in Pearland, and Tottenberry's Daycare Center, 281-997-8333. Very proud of all of our youth, for through them we all shine. Curtis Cooper Real Estate is a proud sponsor. He's a part of the SAM team out on Beltway 8, not far from 288. Curtis Cooper can be reached directly at 713-806-6. Okay, for the Pearland Lady Oilers, it's 5-slot batter. And pound for pound, the best young player out there tonight. I'm going to just say that a priori, and that's Lindsay Stewart. Pops one foul over the right side. She averages 3 out of every 4 trips to the plate in every game she's been in since a freshman to reach first base. That is approaching a state record, if not one outright. She has 4.6 40-yard dash speed. She's got a 485 batting average. I know all of this about her, and it's just absolutely incredible. And she's also a straight-A student at Pearland High School. Pitch coming in, connected on a Sky Needle going back the backside. And that'll be strike 2, nothing into 2 is the count. Lindsay almost always has batted up in the 5-hole, wearing number 5 indeed. She plays position 8 out in center. But Pearland's fortunes generally have turned like a cog when she's in the middle of that groove, causing Pearland's wheel to turn. Here's the pitch coming in, connected on. There's a long fly ball into right field. It's going to be brought down, however, for out number 1. Oh, Lindsay had her mind on going out of the building with that one, sir.
Got some real good contact on that one. Just, I guess, a little bit too much backspin and wind coming straight in from the fence. Hung it up in the air a little bit, and Olvera was able to make the play.
Facing Peyton McBride as they are, I'm impressed so far with the way Pearland is contacting the ball. Well, stepping up to the plate now is Alisa Denham. Here we have the pitcher-pitcher matchup again, this time the other way around. McBride to Denham at the plate. First pitch comes in. That'll be a called strike 1. Alisa slugged a home run against the Clear Springs Lady Chargers in Game 2, best of 3 in a 13-2 rout. And she's got an incredible batting stance and a swing. Here's the pitch connected on. It's into the infield. Scooped up third. Could be a problem, but they will finally gun her down over at first, 5-3. That was a nice play. Turned at third by KK Morado and over to Alisa Hernandez. 2 up, 2 down, but each time the Lady O's are getting contact on the ball.
Yeah, they're getting some good wood on the ball, but they just need to straighten it out and get a little bit more lucky with where they're hitting.
Aileen Garcia steps up. Catcher wearing number 6, batting up in the 8th spot. Pitch coming in. That'll be a called strike 1. 0-1 is the count. So far, these two teams are mirroring each other almost perfectly. Both pitchers have given up 1 hit. There's no score. And they have faced identical kids in the batting lineup. This is the 8th batter faced for McBride, and so far, Alisa Denham has faced 8. Let's see if Aileen can break that trend and get on base and have McBride face her 9th. Here's the pitch. Connected on, Big Bill Chopper to first. That'll be no problem for Hernandez, who will step on the bag and toe tap it, and that will retire the Pearland Lady Oilers 3 up, 3 down, although with no strikeouts. A big can of sweet peas blown out to right field by Lindsay Stewart. Alisa Denham grounds out to third, and Aileen Garcia with a Big Bill Chopper over to first. We've gone through 2 complete innings of play, and we have no score between 2 of the state's very best every year, and this year, absolutely no exception to that. The Pearland Lady Oilers and the Deer Park Lady Deer on the CMC Communications Broadcast Network at cmcbroadcasting.com. It's AC's Outboards over in Baycliff. AC Stringfield, a Pearland High School graduate. Phone 281-339-3871. AC's Outboards has all of the wonderful Boston Whaler and McCruiser brand yachting vessels and repairs and more in Baycliff, servicing all of the greater Southeast Texas area. I really like all the great cars at Cars by Fritz. Looks like a new car lot, but we are a mint condition pre-owned vehicle center located right next door to Clearsbrook High School on FM 2351 in Friendswood. Cars by Fitz. If your previous used car dealership has been giving you fits, Make it Cars by Fitz. 281-992-4880. And it's Pearland Lumber and Ace Hardware. John Lacine, if you know what I mean, is the place to be, his place, because he's Ace Hardware man, and he will do a good job for you. It's Pearland Lumber, 281-412-1474. And Busy Bee Cafe in Pearland, Ed and Alvin. Kent Wimachak is the owner. Oh, boy. The chicken fried steak has a whole lot more chicken than fry in it. The mashed potatoes are just perfect. The sides are excellent. The apple pie they bring out, it almost looks like a whole pie, and it's just a slice. Oh, it's just spectacular. It's Busy Bee Cafe. I really like the Pearland location, but they're both G-O-O-D good. And I'm proud to salute the Pearland Lady Oilers. Well, we bring you now to the top of the third inning of play, and we still have the 8, 9, and 1 spots to step up for the Deer Park Lady Deer. Avery Bourget, the second base girl, wearing number 23, batting from the right side. Pitch coming in from Alyssa upstairs into the attic will be a heat-seeking ball one.
A lot of heat on that one. Denham ready to go back out and re-attack this lineup.
She's got a windmill wind-up, 6 feet 2 inches tall. We were beginning to comment on that earlier. Big Mark and I passed her, and Mark's about 6-something, but she skylined both of us. Next pitch down low will be a ball. 2 balls now and no strikes. And Alyssa stepping back up on the pitching, a rubber 2-0. Full windup. That's going to be a called strike one. Sometimes you know the umpire will have to call a strike no matter what, and I figured that was going to be that time. That one came right down 865 FM Farm to Market Road or Cullen Drive for strike one. We're right at Dawson High School. Full 2-1 windup. That's going to be a little bit south of the border for ball 3 now. 3-1. Every time Alyssa gets herself into these scenarios where she's just this side of a crippled count 3-1 or crippled count 3-0, she fights her way right back in and starts bringing speeding ticket fastballs right down FM 518 in Pearland. And here is the next offering. Connected on into the infield, coming in and making the grab. Jana Roberts displaying why she's one of the state's best at second. That'll be out number 1, a Sehe infield circus catch.
Yeah, not really much you could do there if you're Bourget. Just kind of swung for dear life and caught it on the backspin. An easy can of corn there for Roberts at second.
Infield pop-ups of any kind are some of the toughest to catch because you're prepared more for a ground ball genetically, if you want to put it that way, than you are for a pop-up. And you can always rush them, but that didn't happen with Roberts. She really did a wonderful job coming in and almost handcuffing it, but was able to pick the pear out of the tree. At the plate is the 9-slot batter, number 18, third base girl, KK Morado. And she's got ball 1 already in the registry. We have no score, top of the third inning of play, 1 away. Pearland versus Deer Park. Pearland, the home team tonight. Deer Park in the top of this third inning of play. Both teams have left 1 young lady on board, and we have no score. That's going to be a called strike 1 ball and 1 strike. So far, and this is her 9th batter faced, but in the previous 8, Alyssa has given up no runs, 1 hit and 1 strikeout, and her pitching rival tonight, McBride, has collected 2 strikeouts, given up 1 hit, but also given up no runs. Swung on and missed, and that's going to be strike 2.
It looked like fire on the end of that pitch.
Whew. Light up the early Memorial Holiday Grill with that one. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Back out on the mound with a full windup into the attic will come ball 2. To induce the count, 1 away, again no score. And we're in the top of the third. Going to probably be like this for most of this game, and it'll certainly bode interestingly with that kind of scenario for the rest of the series. Here's the full windup downstairs, and that looks like be ball 3, and now we've got our first full count of the game.
Yeah, we've seen before, though, that if this goes on very close, that Pearland can score runs in bunches, so...
Generally late.
Yeah. But they generally get 3, 4, 5 in an inning out of nowhere, so...
And we've seen it happen, too. Garo and Fiddly DT. Here's the payoff. Connected on, ground ball, chopper, Romeo. Long throw to first. That's how you coach it, that's how you practice it, and that's how you execute it. 5-3. 2 up and 2 down. That's the second time Romeo has roamed in and shut the door on an ambitious batter for the Deer with a little really rifle a strong throw to first with a bouncing Betty in the infield. Come back to the top of the batting order now with the Deer Park Lady Deer. Malia Olvera grounded out to second in her first plate appearance. Windmill wind up from the mound, a riser, but it goes upstairs for ball 1.
Yeah, it's really, she makes it look easy out there, does Denham, and because she's 6'2", she's got a lot more diameter to wind up and get some heat behind those pitches.
Oh, I know that's right. Full wind up, and the next pitch coming in from Alyssa, that's going to be swung on and missed for strike 1. That was a nice swing by Olvera. It was a textbook swing. The only problem was all ozone. Back up on the pitching rubber will be Alyssa Denham, taking her time. 1-1 the count. Upstairs into the attic will come ball 2. 2-1. On deck will be Taylor McHenry if she can arrive at the plate. She grounded out to third in her first plate appearance.
Aileen Garcia checking down to first base on that one to see if there was a check swing. Said no swing, so ball 2.
2 away. 2 balls and 1 strike the count. Top of the third inning. Alyssa deals from the deck. Connected on. There's a center field pop-up. Coming in will be Lindsay. And that'll be taken down. No problema. 3 up, 3 down. F to 4, 5-3, and F8. And the Pearland Lady Oilers will move to the bottom of the third inning of play. And we have no score. The Pearland Lady Oilers and the Deer Park Lady Deers. We thank our underwriters who include McLean Trailers, phone 713-675-2761. McLean Trailers is proud to salute all of our youth on a job most very well done. Britton McLean manufactures boat trailers at 7203 Coward Street in downtown Houston, and we've been doing this for the entire Sun Belt for more than 35 years. Britton taking over a family tradition and really does a fine job of excellent customer service. It's McLean Trailers at McLean, MCCLAIN, trailers.com, 713-675-2761. It's Dixie Safe and Lock, phone 713-643-5767 at Dixie Lock. We've been in business since 1943, and we provide both bomb-proof locks with the old keys. Perhaps you'd like the combination safes, no problem. But we've got digital lock systems of very specialized high technical gradation. And we service banks, petrochemical firms, or your home office. Dixie Lock. Give old Jason a call at 713-643-5767. Beginning her third inning of work on the mound will be Peyton McBride, and we welcome to the plate the 8, 9, and 1 hole batters. 1, 2, 3 sets this frame. 8-spot batter Kaylee Hoppins at the plate now. Takes ball 1 downstairs. She's wearing number 22, batting for Jana Roberts, the second base girl. Hoppins has a strong .387 batting average, and she can hit the long ball. Pitch coming in. That's going to be down low for a ball. No score. Deer Park, Pearland. In softball, that is a storied rivalry in these last 10 years, especially. Here's the 2-0. That'll be right down Broadway in Pearland for strike 1 called. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Kaylee Hoppins being very patient, not trying to force anything, just getting the feel for McBride in this one.
Full windup. Swung on and missed. Now that's where the rise pitch can be so effective. It comes in like an escalator and kind of goes up, and if it's in the strike zone or anywhere near it, it can really tempt a good batter to swing at it. Sometimes you miss. That time Kaylee did 2-2. Connected on right back to the mound. Turning around to throw it 1-3 will be McBride to gun down Kaylee Hoppins. And that will bring Maddie Clements, the right fielder, to the plate. Everybody in the Pearland 9-slot batting lineup has a better than .350 batting average. Maddie Clements, no exception. She's got an extremely rapid swing, great hand speed, and she's really eager to get fastballs coming in from a great pitcher like McBride. And McBride can deal them. Right now, we've got both pitchers in a dead tie with each other. Equal numbers of 1 hit given up, 2 strikeouts. Clements at the plate now, facing McBride. 1 strikeout rather so far for Alyssa. But both have basically a 1-hitter working and no score. Bottom of the Pearland 3rd inning of play. Pearland the home game in this game 1 best of 3. Next offering comes in. Her first offering will be a called strike 1 to Madison Clements.
Clements did pretty well last round. Had 2 singles against Clear Springs. Was able to score a run and really making stuff happen out there.
Swung on. She'll get a small piece of it and chip it. A chip shot back to the backstop. And that'll be strike 2. Nothing into 2 is the count. Again, when it comes to team strength, relatively speaking, Pearland, to me, as an observer, a slight edge because, or possibly a considerable one, because the Lady Oars have a big pitching staff. Usually in a softball team on the prep level, Texas high schools, 1 good pitcher can take you a long way. We got Alyssa Denham for Pearland, but not only Alyssa, we got Ariana Chavarria, and that's 2 great pitchers. That's an advantage that I don't know that Deer Park can even boast, as great a team as they are, as we have what's called a virtual hit by pitch that will allow Maddie Clements to head to first base. It just kind of violates what's called your halo, and it's an umpire's call every time. She was not directly hit by the pitch, but the ump goes ahead and rings it up as an HBP. So over at first, for Pearland's second base runner of this game, is Maddie Clements. That brings Kaylee Buck to the plate, who struck out in her first plate appearance. I've seen Kaylee wear a 2-strikeout collar, and in her 3rd plate appearance go to hit city. Drops it right in front of home plate. It'll be a foul, but it was also overthrown at first. She would have reached had that been fair. But they're going to call it a foul right off of the black edge of the home plate dish.
Yeah, just spun the wrong way off the bat on that one. Rolled about 2 inches foul right behind home plate. Other than that, it would have been a great play.
I tell you, never underestimate Kaylee Buck. She's one of those young slap hitters that step up from the left side, goes about 105 pounds, doesn't look like she can hit anything for 2 plate appearances, and suddenly she goes to town. And the catcher comes back, gets that popcorn puff behind home plate, doesn't even have to doff her mask to do it. Kaylee Buck, that's going to be out number 1 a little left 2, almost was able to turn right around and double off Maddie Clements at first, which would have been ironic since Maddie had an F9-3 double off of a Clear Springs girl this past Friday night. All right, at the plate now we bring for the Pearland Lady Oilers, Natalie Romeo. That's going to be out at second, and caught stealing is going to be Maddie Clements. It almost looked to me like she slid around the tag, and it even almost looked as if Tony Torres, the infield ump, was about to declare her safe, but he went ahead and rang her up out. I think he must have determined that she did not touch the bag.
I don't know about that one, Charles. It looked awful close. It could have gone either way, and he's 60 feet closer than we are, but from here it looked awful close.
It did look awful close. So Maddie Clements is caught stealing. And that's the 3rd out, needless to add, of the contest, or rather I should say, in this bottom of the 3rd inning of play. So for the homestanding Pearland Lady Oilers, No runs, no hits, nobody left on board. Natalie Romeo will bat up again for Pearland in the next inning to lead off. But right now, the Deer Park Lady Deer will bring up their 2, 3, and 4 slots. 1, 2, 3 sets this coming top of the 4th inning of play. That'll be center fielder Taylor McHenry, who grounded out to third in her first plate appearance. Aaron Edmondson, who fanned in her first plate appearance. Then pitcher Peyton McBride, who reached on a walk, but was forced out at second on a fielder's choice. So, the Lady O's, we got no score. 2 great coaches who are great friends. Coach Kerry Austin for the Deer Park Lady Deer, and Coach Attaway Lene Clark. Our underwriters make our broadcast happen. Ruth Dagereth Insurance in Texas City, 409-935-8025. Carrying on a 55-year tradition of excellence. Ruth Dagereth Insurance. Coastal Eye Associates, 281-488-7213, where Dr. Gregory T. Claraday will help you see clear as day. At Coastal Eye Associates. And Rhonda Floyd Photography, the team photographer for more teams in the Bay Area than you can snap a shutter at. 281-380-8019. Here's the full windup and pitch coming in. Just outside for ball 1, the 2-slot batter, Taylor McHenry, in her second plate appearance for the Deer Park Lady Deer, leading off the top of the 4th inning of play with no score against Pearland.
McHenry coming up for the second time tonight. She grounded out to third base in the first, and Denham just keeps rolling along. 3 innings in the books.
Next pitch will be a little bit south of the border again. That'll be ball 2. 2-0 is the count. She's given up no runs, 1 hit, 1 strikeout. Everybody else has hit weak grounders or pop-ups. But that's been the case for Pearland also. They've been on base 1 time with a base knock. Connected on, that's pasted back foul for strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike. So far tonight, Peyton McBride for the Deer Park Lady Deer has 2 strikeouts. Alyssa Denham has 1. Call this a dead even tie between 2 power pitchers. In my experience, Alyssa gets stronger as she moves along. Here's the 2-1. Swung on and missed will be strike 2. She might be working on strikeout numero dos right now. Alyssa does average 13 strikeouts per game. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Taylor McHenry. Stepping back in the box. And Alyssa back up on the pitching mound. Here's the rock. Connected on. Pasted foul over the left side. And that's going to be a stay alive strike 2 and 2 balls.
You would think it would be good for these batters to get a second look at Denham, but she's also getting a second look at them and able to zero in.
Yes, sir. That's the second team plate appearance for a team. It'll either benefit one or the other depending on the pitcher. Alyssa is a good student of a batter. Here's the 2-2. Back to the mound. No problem. 1-3. We've got 1 away. Or make that 1 away. 1-3. And now the 1 strikeout victim so far this evening for Alyssa Denham is Erin Edmondson. And she steps up, batting up in the 3 spot. That's one of the Woodhull sets in a batting lineup, 3, 4, and 5 spot batters. That's a little bitty lady in that 3 spot. Slap hitter going into a pivot bunt stance. Here's the full windup. Takes her bat back, has a mighty swing, and pastes it foul back for strike 1. Coach Kerry Austin for the Deer Park Lady Deer knows what she's talking about and doing. When she's got a young, slightly built batter in the 3 spot, it's because she hits 3 or 4 times her body weight. So 0-1 is the count with 1 away. Deer Park and Pearland, a storied rivalry indeed. Full windup from Alyssa. Wow, that was a blast furnace fastball into the top of the roof, but it's going to be 1 ball now and 1 strike, 1 away. We have no score. Top of the 4th inning of play. Deer Park at the plate with 1 out. And Alyssa Denham on the mound, the buzzsaw for the Pearland Lady Oilers. Dealing from the deck, swung on and missed, strike 2.
Pulled the string on that one, took a little bit off of it, and that just, you can spin you in circles when you're standing in a batter's box. You don't know where it's going.
Billy Preston, will it go round in circles? 1-2. Her arm sure will, like a big Dutch windmill, going around and around. 6-2 from the mound. Here's the pitch under the attic. Will come ball 2, and that evens up the count.
A little bit more dangerous than a windmill, almost like a trebuchet out there.
Wow, an
catapult.
Industrial turbine, yeah. A whip catapult, a Roman catapult. That's a good one. The spitting fire. One away in a 2-2 count. Here's the rock. Connected on, pasted foul, and that'll be a stay alive strike 2 and 2 balls. So for the Pearland Lady Oilers, so far no runs on 1 hit. There are no team errors. And for the Deer Park Lady Deer, there are no runs on 1 hit and no team errors. It's a dead even contest. The next pitch on the 2-2 Express, connected on, ground ball chopper over to Ashland. Long throw to first in time. 2 up, 2 down. Both of these teams playing seamless outfield and especially infield.
Great play by Ashland Walls. Was able to get in front of that one, get down, two-handed up, and fire it over to first for the great play.
Absolutely. You have the sense Pearland is really playing jacked up, frosty, and on their toes D against Deer Park tonight. Patricia McBride at the plate, or Peyton McBride, reached on a walk in her first plate appearance. Takes ball 1 downstairs. In fact, she took a 4-pitch walk. Went all the way to first and then was forced out at second on a fielder's choice. 1 ball and no strikes the count to Peyton McBride. She knows what a good pitch looks like. 2 outs. The stretch. And that one's going to be a ball. So having faced McBride so far, Alyssa has thrown 6 straight balls in 2 successive plate appearances that she's faced her. A strike would be statistically likely. No, outside for ball 3. She's really trying to get Miss McBride swinging at the pitch she wants her to swing at. McBride's looking for an inside fastball. She is a power hitter. This youngster is built solid. And here's the 3-0. That's upstairs. That's the second time McBride is taken first on a 4-pitch walk. That's 8 pitches McBride has received from Alyssa Denham, and she's at first base now with a Thursday evening garden stroll. That brings Ashlyn Wade to the plate, who reached on a bingle into the infield in her first plate appearance. Pearland is the only team that has hit the ball to the outfield and reached with a straight out, no doubt about it, base knock. This little lady dropped a can of sweet peas into the infield and reached, pasted back foul for strike 1. And it's kind of interesting. The Deer Park Lady Deer, I was kind of expecting coming in tonight to see what we saw against the Clear Springs Lady Chargers. Really a bunch of powerfully built, tall, strong girls, and they're petite little ladies for the most part, with the exception of Peyton McBride, the pitcher. Pearland's more likely to fill that bill. Lovely young ladies, achievers in school, scholastically and on the field, but literally heads and shoulders taller.
Well, you can never judge a book by its cover. They will light you up, though.
You got that right. If they don't have a 33-2 record for nothing, my friend, and 12-0 in district, although Pearland nothing to sneeze at there, with a 27-3 record. 1 ball, 1 strike, full wind-up stretch and pitch connected on. There's the big bill chopper. Ashlyn Walls has it. No play. Everybody's safe. That's the second base hit of the evening. And Ashlyn Wade now hits it to Ashlyn Walls. And that's her second hit of the evening. She's hitting 2 for 2 now. We've got 2 away. And for the first time tonight, one of our teams this evening has positioned 2 runners on base, 1 in scoring position. That brings Alyssa Hernandez to the plate, the first base girl, who hit a comebacker to the mound in her first plate appearance. Or actually, she reached on a fielder's choice. Oh, excuse me, she popped up to the catcher. I'll be able to read my own Egyptian hieroglyphics.
No, she reached on a fielder's choice.
Oh, yeah, it's an FC, not an F2.
FC.
Okay. Gotcha. You can read my Egyptian hieroglyphics better than I can. We'll send you to the Ancient Histories Department of the Pyramids, and you can figure all that out. The handwriting down there, Big Mark. Anyway, we've got 2 outs.
She hit for a stork in the first inning.
Yes, sir. We're in the top of the 4th. Deer Park now threatening, first runner in scoring position in this game, out at second. And at the plate is Alisa Hernandez. Full windup, stretch and pitch. Into the attic will come a bull. 1-0 the count. The Deer Park Lady Deer, no runs on 3 hits. The Pearland Lady Oilers, no runs on 1 hit. We have 2 outs now, so all the Lady O's need is a routine retirement here. Here's the full windup. That is going to be a called strike 1. As I've said so often before, Alyssa Denham, you get her into a jam of any kind, she's going to make some marmalade out of it. 2 outs, 1-1 the count to Alisa Hernandez. Full windup, connected on. That's going to be caught by the first base girl for out number 3. Now that's what I'm talking about in clutch play. Sydney Gutierrez comes in and makes a sliding catch. And again, those little weak popcorn pops into the infield look easy peasy, but ain't no dice. They can be pretty hard. But so far, neither team has shown any likelihood of coughing up an error, especially the Lady O's, who really done a great job with both out and in, especially infield, circus catches. That retires the Deer Park Lady Deer, oh dear, who have no runs, 1 hit, and 2 young ladies left on board. We move to the bottom of the 4th inning of play. Technically, we're exactly halfway through a regulation 7-inning game, but it could go on forever, theoretically, if we're tied at 0, Mark Deska.
Yeah, at this point, it might almost be whoever scores first has the great advantage in this game. Both pitchers are definitely on point.
That, sir, they most indeed are. As we thank our good friends at Muscle Cars of Alvin, phone 713-777-1957. A good year for the tail fin Chevrolets we've got in stock at Muscle Cars of Alvin. Vinny at Portobello and all the staff would like you to come on out. We're 517, just near 35, heading one way to Alvin, the other way to Pearland. Phone 713-777-1957. The Vibration guys, Jack Stout and the staff have stout support for Pearland and all of our Dawson young children. 877-373-9912. Stepping up to the plate for Pearland will be Natalie Romeo. Here's the stretch and pitch, slap hitter coming down and below the border from left-handed hurler. Peyton McBride will be ball 1. Romeo was at the plate when Maddie Clemens was caught stealing in the last inning. This is still her 2nd plate appearance. Check swing goes upstairs. It will be ball 2. 2-0 to Natalie.
Yeah, Natalie 0 for 1 today. Grounded out to the pitcher in the 1st inning. But definitely looking to get on the board here.
Stretch pitch. That's going to be ball 3. The Lady O's have left 2 young ladies on board over 3 innings so far. The Deer Park Lady Deer have left 4 on. There is no score. That's ball 4. Natalie Romeo will head to first with a 4-pitch walk, and that's the first walk given up this evening by Peyton McBride to go with a hit by pitch.
That's what it was.
Earlier. A virtual hit by pitch. Stepping up to the plate now. Everything's virtual now. Everything is virtual.
It's the future.
Oh, take me back to the past. With a few future accommodations, please. Ashlyn Walls singled in her first plate appearance. Connected on. Foul back. That'll be strike 1. Heading down to second. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, maybe. Stolen it. By the way, Natalie Romeo, I've already said that Lindsay Stewart, sight unseen for any other player yet to know about them, is the fastest young lady on the planet, Lindsay Stewart. But Natalie Romeo over at first, the second fastest. Pitch coming into Ashland, low and outside for a ball, had a pivot bunt stance, but retracts her bat just in time. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, they're definitely quicker than I am out there.
Oh, well, they're absolutely. They have to have mercy on me as I waddle between one base
walking
and
backwards and still
1 and 1, down low, and that is going to be. It looks like another hit by pitch, and that'll be the second one of the contest. And heading to first now, the Pearland Lady Oilers with no outs have 2 runners on board, and they're starting to feel a little bit of rumble in the crowd. So that's 2 runners that have been put on board free of charge.
Yeah, we said earlier, these Oilers like to score runs in bunches. Now they've got runners on first and second, nobody out, looking to get something done here.
Okay, now I'm going to talk about our umps again who are coming out to meet each other in the middle. We're talking about Jeff Farrell. He's behind the plate, and this gentleman, we've seen him before in the playoffs. He means business. And when he sends a youngster packing to first, I mean, he just about tosses everything off and makes the most urgent of arm gestures.
I believe the conversation there was a protest by the Deer Park dugout saying that Ashland Walls didn't do enough to get out of the way of that one.
Well, you got to be your own best clubhouse lawyer, but you can't fight City Hall at the same time. City Hall usually always wins.
It never hurts to ask, though.
No, it sure does. Politely, as Coach Ed Biles would say. Polite.
Absolutely.
All right, Sidney Gutierrez at the plate. First pitch coming in is going to be ball 1. Now, in her previous plate appearance, Gutierrez is the second strikeout victim tonight of only 2 posted by Peyton McBride. But she fouled off about 7 or 8 before she finally got gunned down. Next pitch comes in. That's going to be ball 2. 2-0 the count. Lady O's have 2 youngsters on board, first and second, and no outs. If the Lady O's can load the bases, they have a good chance of scoring a run.
Especially
Next
with
pitch.
Lindsay Stewart coming up.
Oh, you got that right, Tex. 2-1 is the count. Because when you load the bases, about 6 things can happen, and 5 of them don't favor the pitcher. Passed ball, a hit by pitch, already 2 of which have been thrown by this excellent young lady on the mound tonight for Deer Park. Anything hit to the outfield, a base hit, and a walk. All 5 of those things out of 6 will bring in a run on loaded base pass. Now, Lady O's have not loaded the bases yet, but they're working on it. No outs. Here's the 2-1. Connected on drop dead as the Clark's in the infield, thrown over to first just in time, but the runner's possession to second and third now in deep scoring possession for the Pearland Lady Oilers. We've got Natalie Romeo, the second fastest kid on the field tonight, and then out at second is Ashland Walls, and Sidney Gutierrez drops a dead as a corpse bunt right in front of home plate, hard to handle, was able to be gunned down 2-3 by the catcher. But that sack bunt now brings Lindsay Stewart to the plate with a .485 batting average. She fouled off about 4 Punch and Judy foul knocks before she finally, in their last plate appearance, popped out to right. Pitch coming in, connected off, base hit into right field. Coming in, it's going to be run number 1 into the pay station. Coach Attaway Lene Clark is going to hold up. Ashland Walls out at third, and the Pearland Lady Oilers take a 1-0 lead over the Deer Park Lady Dare on a 1-out slicing single to right by Lindsay Stewart. And we've said it a million times, where Lindsay Stewart achieves the Pearland Lady Oilers score. Mark Desko.
Yeah, Stewart just poked that one through the hole on the right side, managed to find pay dirt, and knock the runner home. A little bit conservative by the third base coach not sending both runners, but now you for sure don't have an out.
Exactly. Now, initially, Attaway Lene Clark had that whirligig arm rolling. Let's send it. Come on in. But she then, at the last second, said, no, we don't need to get overly greedy right now. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I've noticed that I was just about to mention her, and here she is stepping up to the plate. Alyssa Denham batting up. for the Pearland Lady Oilers in the 6th spot. She grounded out to third in her first plate appearance. Runners at the corners, only one out. Alyssa tends to get stronger through the game from the mound and at the plate. I'm noticing that as great a pitcher as Peyton McBride is, I don't know if there's already a little bit of something going on. She's already kind of thrown 2 hits by pitch. Now she's given up a run and a couple of knocks here. Now we got Alyssa Denham at the plate. All her fans don't